Assalamualaikum friends. Our today's topic is how to turn enemies into friends. This is really a very interesting topic. We usually have opponents and rivals everywhere, in a society, in a family, in a circle, and in offices as well. So how to turn our opponents, how to convert our opponents into our supporters and friends. That's a very important topic. Everybody would like to learn about it, know about it. Just few steps I've told. Before we go ahead, I would like to request you to like the video, to subscribe my channel and click the bell icon. Thank you. Now getting to the point, the very important point, how to turn enemies into friends. How to turn enemies into friends is a very important topic that we are discussing today, and I would like all of you to listen all these points one by one. What are the points? Number one, sincerely apologize. We've done wrong to the people, we feel the guilt, but we don't want to apologize because of the ego factor. So we'll have to apologize for the wrongs that we have done. If we have wronged a person, if you've done something wrong to the people, then we'll have to apologize first in order to convert them into our friends and our supporters, because this will create a soft corner in their heart and will melt them as well, and they will start realizing their part of guilt as their part of fault as well, the fault at their end. They'll start realizing that, and sooner they'll apologize too. This is the first and most important factor. Second one is think positively. We usually think negatively. We say that we are positive thinkers. Everybody says that and claims that I am a positive person. But normally and practically, we are negative thinkers. We think negatively about the people. Unnecessarily. And without any reason, illogically, we think negatively about the people, that they are against us, they are not good. So try to focus on the positive sides and be optimistic. When you start thinking positively about the people, that maybe they are not doing anything against us, maybe most probably they are doing something, most probably they are supporters, they are friends, they would like to be a friend, but because of continuously thinking negatively about some people and our negative approach and negative attitude about them every time, because whatever we think and process in the mind, we also react and behave with the people the same way. So if we start thinking positively, everything will be alright. We turn same people, our supporters, into our enemies and opponents because of our negative thinking, because of negative attitude every time. So stop this poison, stop gushing out the poison. Number three, stop being a detective. We try to detect and find faults of the people every time. We think that if we find somebody's fault, somebody's mistake, somebody's weakness, then we'll twist it and we'll utilize it, and the person will be begging before us and will be all down on fit before us, and he'll be begging forgiveness. So what use of that? Even if you have detected a mistake or flaw or a fault or weakness of a person, how can you use that positively in your favor? You would like to attack that person. If you attack that person and degrade that person, that you have made this mistake and I have got a proof of that, you have committed this blunder and I have a proof of that, so you are again turning him into your staunch enemy. His opposition and perception will still get grimmer and will be firm against you. So don't use the mistakes of the people, blunders of the people against them, and don't try to find. Rather, spend time on finding or detecting people's good things, positive things, rather than detecting their mistakes. So stop being a spy, stop being a detective. This doesn't suit you, and this further aggravates the relationship. Number four, focus on qualities of the person. Usually, we don't focus on the qualities of the people. We focus on the deficiencies and shortcomings of the people, and we tell other people about the shortcomings, the deficiencies, the flaws of the people. We try to tell the people about negative side or the faults or the weaknesses of that person who is an opponent. So this further enhances worsens the situation. This enhances the antagonism, and we become more rivals. Hostility increases with this attitude if we focus on people's weaknesses. So we should try to change a communication strategy. We should try to highlight the good things before the people. We should praise and appreciate the good qualities of that person before the people. This will change the situation. This be better for converting an enemy into a friend. So whenever you're talking to other people, talk about the qualities of such a person, the good things, so that he should hear something good from your side. When you talk against that person and talk on the weaknesses, the same is reported to that person, and the person is still becomes against us and doesn't want to change his mind for us. So number 5, forgive the person. If you get a chance, that if you find the blunder or fault of a person, if you find the person is caught red-handed and the person feels now nothing can be done, I'm in a trap, and he's thinking about you as an enemy, that now you will decap him and you will punish him, you'll give him a severe punishment. At that same situation, do like the Prophet Muhammad when he went to conquer the Makkah. What he did, he forgave everyone, and all the people, his enemies, converted into his friends. Forgiving is the greatest act when you do, especially when you're in a position, you're in your power, when you're in authority to do something against a person, but you forgive that person. So this is really a game changer. The same person who thinks and considers you as a staunchest enemy, the person's perception gets changed about you, thinks that, and your greatness, you show your greatness to that person, and when a person happens to see your greatness, starts respecting you from the heart, and once the respect factor starts, this person starts following you. Number 6, provide support, favor and help. Sometimes you see that the other person is stuck, who's your hostile or opponent, is stuck somewhere badly, and he is helpless. He needs support or help, your support, and without your support and help and favor, he can't do that thing. Do provide your support and favor, despite hostility, despite the hostile attitude, because the person's mind has been turned against you, his perceptions against you, he has wrong information against you, and that's why now you have to prove your positive side through your actions. So provide support, especially when he thinks that you are not going to support him. You will oppose him, you will be strong opposition for him, and you will worsen all his case. So at that time you should provide his support and prove your character, that you're a man of character. So when the person is convinced that you're a man of character, then your dignity starts, and the person starts again following you and respecting you with heart and soul. Number 7, discover the similarities between both of you. Try to find out what's common between you and your opponent person. If you get an opportunity to have communication, try to discuss those things, highlight those things, the common things between you, common habits, the common qualities, the common strengths. Try to talk about common topics, and this brings both the people closer, and this bridges the gap between the people. If I believe that these things are very helpful, I try to implement these things, especially with my opponents, and I have converted lots of my opponents in my favor. I would like you, all the viewers, to apply these things in life. You'll feel a great change. Thank you very much.